Welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having a great weekend. So I'm going to try to keep the video short today. I want to talk a little bit about the future of Zen cryptocurrency. As many of you all well know, I'm a big uh, uh, believer in the idea of free cryptocurrencies that become a standardized currency and spread economic prosperity to the world. And I think Zen Crypto has kind of put the focus on the possibilities of that, unlike any project I've seen in cryptocurrency so far. So, what is the future of Zen going to look like? So, what we're looking at here is obviously this isn't Zen cryptocurrency. We're looking at Bitcoin MYK, which is broken over 8 cents now, and I guess we can kind of think of Bitcoin MYK as the first proof of participation model. Um, I think it was one of the first to introduce that idea of proof of participation, um, not as part of an Ethereum algorithm, but more so as part of a delegated proof of stake algorithm, right? Um, so the reason it's called Bitcoin MYK is it was originally linked to Bitcoin holders, right? The reasons for that simply is to, as Bitcoin's biggest community in cryptocurrency, it's the base cryptocurrency for mostly every cryptocurrency, right? So the tie to Bitcoin made sense that that entire community, everybody who's ever held a Bitcoin, would be able to own percentages or portions of Bitcoin MYK free. Um, and so Zen cryptocurrency uh, introduces a community in a similar way where just by minting it, everybody can just claim it free, minus blockchain fees, so on and so forth, right? Uh, so, what seems to be true in free cryptocurrency projects is that there's this kind of community value that can come in a lot easier as the barriers are a lot easier, especially if they're economic barriers. People can come into the projects easier, but also when a burn mechanism is introduced to it, now you can have a large community which could be equivalent to huge economic value in the future, burning against the cryptocurrency itself. Right now, Bitcoin MYK, much similar to Zen, was a model more so after Bitcoin and its aggregate coin amount, meaning that Bitcoin MYK means to stay under 21 million coins. When in its final form, about 5 million coins, making it about 4 times more deflationary than Bitcoin, yet still being a free cryptocurrency project. And what all these free projects have proven is that a free cryptocurrency can have value despite any theories against it, right? It is because you create network value. People, those of you watching the video, to illustrate, all you need to do is go to bitcoinmyk.com, get your cryptocurrency absolutely free, and just by doing that, you create value to the project, right? It's the same idea as using a currency. Currency only has value because a lot of people use it and they believe in it. Same idea, right? So this is how this can be achieved. Now, the problem with cryptocurrencies that you pay for, most of them cross the threshold of regulatory concerns, right, with the SEC and so forth, right? Many of them end up to be these huge, elaborate scams, right? Uh, like Sam Bankman-Fried, right? Um, and with the FTX debacle, right? Um, And in recent news, I'm not, I'm not going to name any particular celebrities and so on, and people centered around it. But cryptocurrency has got a very negative public opinion, whereas you have many people who are deleting themselves, right? And it's unfortunate, it's sad, uh, because of this lack of regulation, wild, wild west. Uh, uh, Plain territory that cryptocurrency is carved out for. which is why I'm a big proponent of free cryptocurrencies, and where the community decides to value the cryptocurrency, and you don't exhaust your pocketbooks and find yourselves in these terrible situations. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's free; it's not going to have value." Again, Zen cryptocurrency proves that false. Bitcoin NYK proves that false. Right now, the biggest problem in solving the whole issue with cryptocurrency is you guys who don't join these projects that have less schemes in them to create these very negative situations in cryptocurrency. And because you further perpetuate these other projects out there that are unregulated securities, that are Ponzi schemes, that are scams, and you keep doing that in an effort to get rich, something that's very unlikely, you create these problems. It's better to have economic prosperity drawn out over time, gradually, and putting everybody in a safe situation. Uh, the biggest idea behind Bitcoin and YK as well is a universal basic income structure. And of course, that's meeting the problem and the challenges of future automation, driverless cars, jobs being automated away, as you can look and see around you in your everyday life. The point I'm making, guys, is we got to get serious about cryptocurrency and stop lending lip service to it. We got to get out of the get rich quick idea and schemes people are offing themselves because it's not working out, because that is not the correct way to look at cryptocurrency. The root word is currency. The idea is to have an established uh, form of money that you own, right? And that it is not controlled by the government and taxed by the government, and your value of money stolen away from you. Kind of think of it like just having a safe money today and using that money, right? And you might say, well, where's the value in that? I'd rather have something goes up in value, I can sell, I can make money off of it. But the problem, guys, is that anytime there's wishful thinking and ideas like that, it is probably more likely that these ideas are going to be false than true. It's more likely that you're not going to get rich than get rich, right? So keep that in mind. But you can have good economic prosperity by getting in a project like Bitcoin MYK early on, similar to Zen, getting in for free where there's no barrier. Even beyond that, because Bitcoin MYK is on the high blockchain, there's practically like no fees, right? So it's like free all the way around pretty much for the most part. The hardest thing about the high blockchain is the initial wallet, which runs about $3. Once you get over that hurdle, though, pretty much every transaction is free after that, right? And even if you don't have the $3, there are many programs out there through the high blockchain. You can look up under high blockchain wallet, and you can get the obtain the wallet free, right? Your account free, even without having. And the price of Hive is so cheap now, that's not a problem. Uh, these are better alternatives, guys, than many of these scam systems out there now. Chains that aren't coming out, making promises of the future, and the price is crashing down. These are not overall solutions to the cryptocurrency problem. And with already bad PR in the last few months, uh, prices are suffering. Uh, People aren't finding cryptocurrency attractive anymore, right? So if you are a cryptocurrency person, I think it's time to stop holding out on these projects that aren't getting the job done, making promises that aren't getting us there, and join projects to where we can see network effect growth, use, value, and lowering the barrier of entry to get people in, because they can get in despite their economic dispositions or situations. It is time we took a serious approach and step to solving this problem, so we're not like a yo-yo, unless of course you all like the yo-yo situation, which doesn't end well for most people. uh, Bitcoin MYK, a free cryptocurrency, 8 cents, has broken over 8 cents. You can get it free today, no strings attached. um, And I think that's something worth getting into. I think you owe it to yourselves to at least look into it with no risk assumed. Um, other than the time it takes you to do that, which is probably going to be less than 5 minutes. Um, yes, this can happen to Zen as well. Zen, pushing numbers like trillions of coins. I'm not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of it being on Ethereum. Reason being, Ethereum wallets are difficult for use. Hive wallets are very easy wallet interfaces for new people. With free cryptocurrency projects, the most important aspect is going to be easy user interfaces, right? Um, and it's being as cheap as possible because you need masses of people to get in. It's a free project, means it's going to be hard for liquidity and value to go into it. It's taken Bitcoin NYK years to get people in, to get value going and moving through it. It's building and gaining its network effect through its social media interface, which I think is going to be very useful to people in the future, introducing a new governance model through our social media uh, interfaces and communities, right? But that's all I want to say to you all, guys. This can happen to Zen Crypto as well. I don't know how long it'll take. It could take 8 years. Also, remember, Bitcoin NYK has been out since the late 2018, right? So that's pushing like 5 years, guys. This is how long these projects take. They take a long time, but they're worth it in the end, and it's worth it to you if you're involved as soon as possible, easy interacting with it, and getting away from the hoopla that is in cryptocurrency. Samuel Bankman-Fried has been arrested, guys, right? This is how it ends. The Hex project in the post-chain community is under SEC investigation. This is how they all end, despite how good they claim to be. I think the only ones that aren't going to end like that is probably Zen and Bitcoin NYK. Why? Because they're free, right? Let that sink in. Guys, if you like content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. The more people we get eyes on this, the more value you're going to have in a free cryptocurrency project. Cryptocurrency you can get free. Imagine that. That's all I want to say in this video. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.